Blessed be everyone. So today we are going to talk about the pentacle. Okay, you're going to see the pentacle probably more so than any other image in your experiences in particularly Wicca and a lot of witchcraft. The pentacle is big. Every Wiccan deals with the pentacle in some way for the most part. I shouldn't say every. Maybe there's some that don't, but everywhere you're going to see the pentacle. Some people draw it, some people have it on their altars. I have one on my altar, and I have pentacle necklaces. I have two of them. Here's my other one. There you go. This one is a purplish, and then this one is a greenish. Green. So there's actually a funny story how I got both of these pentacles. I was at a festival, and they both called out to me. I couldn't pick, so I just bought them both. You know, beautiful, beautiful pentacles. I've had many pentacle necklaces through my experiences in Wicca. Um, I've had one made out of copper. I had an old rude one I really loved that was kind of stolen from me, which, I still miss that one. But I love these ones. Oh, in case you're wondering, this is selenite, by the way. It's a selenite crystal, which is really nice because it's next to the two pentacles, so it's constantly charging them, which is really, really cool. So yeah. Anyway, pentacles. It represents the four elements: earth, air, fire, and water, with a circle. Now, a lot of people confuse the terminology of pentacle and pentagram. And now let me explain why. It's a very easy mistake when you're first starting out. The number one reason most people confuse the terms, and I used to confuse the terms all the time, is because of the English language. Pentagram sounds bigger than pentacle. It does. A pentagram, a gram in our language is big, you know. So we naturally, when we first start, we think because the circle it's a little bit bigger, it must be a pentagram, and that's why everybody trips it up over. And you'll see in discussions boards people correcting new members. No, pentacles with a circle, it's funny watching new Wiccans because I was in the same boat. They'll try to get the terminology right, and then they'll mess it up constantly, and it's because of the English language. It's actually really fascinating when you think about how our own language trips us up. It prevents us. So it makes it's actually a very hard terminology to learn for a lot of people to master because of that thing. But it's a gram, it's bigger. No. The best way to remember it is pentacle, circle. If it's col, circle. You think of the circle, and pentagram, just is one without the circle. So, yeah, and the pentagram is really cool too. Both are used. There are many different types. You've got the upside down pentagram, which a lot of people, when they first start out, they make this mistake. Not so much anymore, but when I started, they did. They used to think that an upside down pentagram always meant Satanism. That is not the case. It can, because Satanism does use an upside down pentagram, and that's why a lot of people create that association. But it's also used in some Gardnerian practices, upside down, and other traditions as well. So if you see an upside down pentagram, no, they're Wiccan too. They're not, maybe they are. You'll find that I've met some really cool people who are Satanists too, and that's a whole different philosophy that I'm not going to talk about because that's not really my expertise. So circle, pentacle, pentagram without the circle. Now, what can we use the pentacle for? Well, it's a beautiful thing to represent the elements. It's great in circles. It's great for invocations, and it's great for wearing. I mean, I love wearing my pentacles. A lot of people wear these with like pride. I mean, it's like unfortunately, I'll admit it has become a fashion statement for some Wiccans. I don't judge. I mean, if that's your parte, as long as you're in the path and you're doing it for you, you can have a little fashion to it, right? So while it can be that, just remember the purpose of it. Some people get very stylish with their pentacles. The rune one I had runes and cards on it. I did not make it myself. You'll find a lot of if you travel like the country or something like I used to do, you'll find pentacles. And, like you'll get to a new city, you'll find a pentacle drawn. You'll be like, "There's a witch nearby," and you do a scouting mission. You gotta find where this witch is because you want to meet them. Because you'll find that when you go through the Bible Belt and stuff, it's like you feel like you're the only Wiccan there. So it's another good thing. It is great. I have used it in the past when I've been in Bible Belt areas. I've worn open my shirt to initiate conversations with people who are pagans. Right now, that's not as necessary because we have Facebook and we can find local Facebook groups. But before the golden age of Facebook, it was a great conversation starter because you don't know pagans in your area, and it's kind of like, here I am, and it's not really a full thing, but that's something that, now as I think about it, I don't do that anymore. I did that before. I could just search for a local group. So that's back in my day. That was a cool little way to meet other pagans because that was, it's cool. Because they'd either glare at you or they'd say, "Hey, I'm a pagan. We're doing a group buy. You should come down sometime." And that was, back a long time ago. I'm old, you know. And everybody's like, "Why don't you just search Facebook?" Well, because we didn't have Facebook long ago. Um, and the internet is even relatively still new. So, well, other uses for the pentacles. I told you, I'm like organized with some things, not with others. I just like to hear myself talk, don't I? No. But yeah, enjoy your pentacle. If you don't have one, make one, get one. It's really a lot of people like to make their own. If you're craftsy in that area, do it. All right, that's just my words. If you're like me, who can barely start a fire, let alone carve out an image, you might want to go to a local shop and pick up one. Or you could draw one, but if you don't really know how to mold metal and all that stuff. Or like I think I tried to make a copper one myself. I eventually got a copper one from somebody, but I tried making it myself, and it was just, it's not my expertise yet. But yes, 4 elements, they're beautiful. Blessed be.